Greeting to all. This is Rajesh here, pursuing first MBA at Aditya School of Business Management. Here I talk about measuring organizational performance. Managers are concerned with organizational performance, the accumulated end results of all the organization's works, process and activities. It's a complex but important concept, and managers need to understand the factors that contribute to high organizational performance. After all, they don't want to manage their way to mediocre performance. They want their organization work units or work groups to achieve high level of performance no matter what missions, strategies or goals are being pursued. Managers measure and controls organizational performance because it leads to better asset management, to an increased ability to provide customer value and improved measures of organizational knowledge. In addition, measure of organizational performance to have an impact on an organization's reputation. Managers at high performing companies do they manage the organizational assets in a way that exploit their value. Asset management is the process of acquiring, managing, renewing and disposing of assets as need and of designing business models to take advantage of the value from these assets. It's not just the top level managers who are concerned with asset management. Here we talk about the impacts of organizational reputation. You know that your personal reputation is important in what others think of you. It influences whether they will ask you for advice, listen to what you have to say, or trust you to complete assigned tasks. Organizations strive to have good reputations as well. They want others, customers, suppliers, competitors, community, and so forth to think highly of them. The advantages of strong correlations between an organization's financial performance and its reputations. It's not always clear which comes first, but we do know it's difficult to have one without the other. We can see the organizational knowledge. In learning organization knowledge is the recognized as a value of asset, just like cash, equipments or raw materials. It's a knowledge that created by means of collaborative information sharing and social interactions that leads to organization members taking appropriate actions. The key to valuable organizational knowledge is the connection between information and action. Organizational employee must share what they know and use the knowledge to make changes in work practice, processes or products to achieve high level of organizational performance. Measures of organizational performance. There are three ways of measuring organizational performance. Generally applied measures are productivity, organizational effectiveness, and organizational ranking. Peter F. Drucker, the well-known management guru, was the view that the organization employees need to see the connections between what they do and the outcomes. He said, the focus of the organization must be on performance. The spirit of organization is a high performance standards for the group as well as for each individual. But before employees can see this connection and work towards achieving high performance, managers need to specify the performance outcomes that will be measured. The most frequently used organizational performance measures include organizational productivity, organizational effectiveness, and industry's ranking. First, we can see productivity. Productivity is defined as the overall output of goods or services produced divided by the inputs needed to generate that input. Organizations strive to be productive. They want the most goods and service produced using the least amount of inputs. Output is measured by the sales revenue an organization receives when those goods and services are sold. Inputs is measured by the cost of acquiring and transforming the organization's resources into the outputs. Second, we can see the organizational effectiveness. Organizational effectiveness is a measure of how appropriate organizational goals or how well organization is achieving those goals. It's a common performance measures used by managers. Other descriptions of organizational effectiveness has been suggested by management researchers. For instance, the system resource model or organizational effectiveness process that effectiveness is measured by the organization's ability to exploit its environment in acquiring scarce and valued resources. For example, customers, advocacy groups, suppliers, and security analysts each would have their own measures of how well the organization was performing. Last, we can see the ranking of industries. Ranking of industries is determined by specific performance measures. For instance, Fortune top performing companies of the Fortune 500 are determined by financial results, including profits, return on revenue, and return on shareholders' equity, growth in profit for 1 year, 5 year, and 10 years, and revenues per employees, revenues per dollars of assets, and revenues per dollars of equity. Industries Beak's best management plans are determined by organizational accomplishments and demonstrations of superior management skills in the areas of financial performance, innovations, leadership, globalizations, alliances, and partnerships, employee benefits and education, and community involvement. Thank you.